Okay, so today we're going to be talking about some fundamental sound design workflow processes that will help with standardization and generally just getting a team of people being able to look at a project and not be completely lost in one another's work. Some of the things that we're going to be looking at is templates, folder structure, how we want to structure the audio inside the project, how we want to display that work for other people, while also maintaining some form of creativity and not restricting people too much in their workflow practices. One of the first things I'd like to show is just the folder structure outside of Nuendo. So here we have a folder with the way I like to structure things. Generally, I have a whip folder, which has the Nuendo project in there. It also has the audio files from anything that we've dragged into the project from our library. We always duplicate these files just so that if we give it to a freelancer or we give it to somebody who doesn't have access to our libraries, there will always be the audio inside the whip project. We also have a folder for raw media. This is if there's any videos, any pictures, any kind of inspiration that you might want to use and drag and drop into this video track here. We have an entire folder dedicated for that. Again, it's nice if we have freelancers or anyone else working in the project to have access to a folder that is full of inspiration and also the media that they might need for syncing audio to animations, etc. And then lastly, we have the exports, which is kind of self-explanatory. Any of the work that we do inside the whip folder, we export to the exports folder. I do believe you can also export it to a mixdowns folder that automatically gets created here, but personally I'm just in favor of the structure of having a whip folder, an exports folder, and a raw media folder. That way people can find exactly what they want to find, and if all the folders are structured in this way, then it makes it super easy. So I can also go to a different project. So here we have some of the closed beta trailers, the game intro. We can just choose one at random, Korolev. You see it has this file naming structure, so TCF Frontier, that's the new version of the game. Teaser trailer, which one? For CB2, Korolev. There we go. Easy. Whip, exports, raw media. This raw media has got OMFs and videos that were sent by the video editor. And we can also check a completely different one. This one's a gameplay trailer for CB1. And again, it has the exact same folder structure. Now that we have that out of the way, we can take a look at the template. This is a template that I created. If you're creating your own template, that's also super cool. But here at Jaeger, we like to keep things standardized. These colors are just random ones that I picked that I kind of like the look of, but the colors do hold some importance. So if we're always using the same colors for every track, that really helps people understand exactly what you're doing very quickly. So if we're always using light blue for group tracks, yellow for markers, green for FX, red for recording, then we'll always be able to know exactly how things are structured. If we have a whole bunch of audio here, we know it's going to be routed to this group one. However, we should also name the tracks, but I'll get to that later. And yeah, it just makes looking at the project very easy if all of them have the same colors and the same structure. Here we just have 3 groups that I created. I just set up 3 because it's a nice number, but you can have as many as you want. This can be, whatever, explosion, this can be like whatever, reload, it doesn't matter. The point is just that it's a template and it has everything you need. Just to talk you through the template, we have routing here. We have an effects track. You can put anything like reverb and send it via this send. What's really nice here is I've already set up a re-recording track. So this is input from FX1. So you can either have this directly as a re-recording track with no effect on it, or you can duplicate these and have multiple effects, whatever you need, and it can be set up quite easily via the mixer. But what's nice about this re-recording track that comes from FX1 is that if you have a bunch of audio here that you want to create a looping sound, or perhaps you just have some layered sounds that you want to consolidate, it can be difficult to render in place multiple tracks. So we just have this re-recording track that's already set up, and the re-recording track records to re-recording 01 and comes from this FX, which group 1 is sent to. So that might sound a little bit complicated, but it's super easy. You just send all your audio from here to group 1. Group 1 gets sent to FX1, and then the recording track can just record whatever's there. So again, this is like just quality of life for the template. It's super easy. All you have to do is open it up. There's things that you need. An FX send that can be duplicated quite easily. Everything is kind of named group 1, like group 2, FX2. And so it's basically just a way to get your sound designers, or you as a sound designer, a quick head start, so you're not thinking, oh, okay, how am I going to set up this project? Additionally, it saves time because you don't always have to, create a video track. You don't always have to create these folders, etc., etc. And most importantly, it means that once you start work, somebody else can open the project and they will automatically be familiar with this way of working, in which case they can immediately jump in and edit your work or give you feedback or whatever needs to be done.